All right, so before we start reading and getting into our passages, I'm going to tell y'all that I'm planning a vacation. Do y'all know vacations?
Yes.
Where'd y'all go on vacation?
The beach.
Well, I'm going somewhere really different. I want to go on a vacation through our solar system, but the thing is I only have enough moolah for 4 planets. So we have 8 planets in our solar system, so I'm trying to kind of divide it up. So we have our inner planets and our outer planets. Do y'all know what those are? Could someone name the first 4 planets of our solar system? I really want to go on a vacation of these, but the problem is that I don't really know much about them. So the first 4 are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and I want us to read a little bit about them to see where I would possibly want to go for this vacation. All right, so we're going to begin with the inner planets. Does anybody want to read that first paragraph? We will go from here to here for the paragraphs. All right, that's very good. What's some interesting things we heard about that?
It's at its equator. It's almost half the size of Earth.
Okay, so this first planet is very small. Very small, and I also, what else was in them? Who else is about Mercury?
In lava flows.
Okay, before we begin with this one, we just recently learned about one of these words in our recent water cycle module. Does anybody know what that one is?
Atmosphere?
Atmosphere. What's the atmosphere?
Like the air.
It's the air. So the atmosphere is kind of like a blanket of gases, and every single planet has one. It can either be a thick atmosphere or a very thin atmosphere, and it allows heat to stay in the planet or escape the planet. So I wanted to let y'all know about that. Anything interesting about Venus that anybody wants to share?
The inner planets.
So it's the largest of the inner planets. So before, this isn't the largest. And y'all know Goldilocks and 3 Bears? Do y'all know that?
Yeah.
You know how she says the first bowl was too hot, the second bowl was too cold, and the third bowl was just right? Earth in our solar system is the just right of all the planets. Everything is just right, and we're kind of the only one with life.
And it's the third.
All right, well, that was really interesting. Now what I want us to do is that I'm going to divide you two. So we're going to split right here. You two are going to be doing the inner planets. So I'm going to give you this. And you two are going to be doing the outer planets. I'm going to give you this. And what you're going to do, we will use those. I'll tell you what to use with those in a second. And what we are going to do is that we are going to go through the passage, and there are 4 planets for the inner and 4 planets for the outer. And what I want y'all to do is give me one fact about each planet. And I want you to write them down here.
I'll just look it.
If y'all want to, I can let you use my little passage right here, unless y'all want to do it together, because they're splitting theirs up, which is a very interesting strategy. But y'all can do it together and go through them together. Yours starts here until this second page. All right, give me one fact or detail about each planet.
Does it have to be from?
It can be from the passage. I would like it to be from the passage for sure. Yes, just highlight your one fact, or you can just pull it directly from the passage and go ahead and write it here. I got y'all markers. Have y'all noticed that the inner planets, or as the planets go on, they just get colder and colder and colder? Why do y'all think that is?
Because it's farther from the sun.
That is actually very true. I just want to know if y'all caught that, because I think that's really interesting. What fact did you find about Earth? Earth is the only planet known to support life. That's very true. Y'all are finding some very good facts. I also really like the fact you shared about the birthday. I did not know that. Each year is 88 days. So would I technically be younger or older on Venus?
You'd be older.
I'd be older? Okay, that kind of affects where I go for vacation. Do I want to be older on Venus? That is not a choice I'm ready to make. I like how you split up the planets between each other. I think that's a really good idea. All right. As y'all write, I want to know what's y'all's favorite planet so far. Saturn.
Same. Probably Neptune.
Neptune? Why Neptune?
Neptune's the closest to Pluto.
Closest to Pluto? Would Pluto be your favorite if they didn't declassify it? That's really funny. Yeah, they're like, Pluto's way too small. It's technically an asteroid. I was like, dang. He just wanted to be little and cute. That's all he wanted to do. That's a good fact. Y'all did very well highlighting the passage. It's very neat. Appreciate that. Between the inner and outer planets, I want us to compare them together and see what is very similar and what's different. Now we're gonna come back together and we're gonna do this. So what are some similarities between the inner and outer planets that we've probably found?
They all have like they all have solid stuff in them. Well, because the outer one,
So they all have some kind of solid matter in them. That's very good. All right.
they all have an atmosphere.
Now that they're writing, I want you to help me to figure out what are some differences between inner and outer planets. They keep on getting colder, so what you're saying is that the inner planets are hotter and the outer planets are colder. That's a very good differences. Those are very distinct. The inner planets are smaller than the outer planets. Okay, I want you two to come up here and write the differences you found. These are good ones. Any other differences? Y'all put in some similarities. Y'all know any more differences?
The outer planets are.
Y'all heard of Artemis 2?
They just did this Wednesday. No, last Wednesday.
Have y'all seen the
I watched it.
new? You did? I didn't get to watch it. Have y'all seen the new photos they sent out of all of these planets? They're beautiful.
My dad said.
Well, you keep fighting for what you believe. All right, y'all. These are great facts. I love how y'all highlighted your passage. I love how you wrote under here so neatly. Your similarities and difference. Y'all put a lot of thought into this. Some of these I didn't even think about myself. They all have different atmospheres. All right, put it on up there. All right, y'all. These are very great. Thank you so much for doing my lesson with me.